right, we're going to take a close look at the CROSLEY Model 817 here. I got the knobs off, as you can see. I have them put away in a little container. One of the metal knob springs broke. I used to have those extra things that slip inside the knob, but I don't have that stuff anymore. So the knob that goes on here, which was very hard to get off, I had to pry against the cabinet. I tried using one of my, what do you call a smudger or whatever you call it, the things you take plastic things apart, thin stainless steel. I couldn't even get my screwdriver in there using that, so I had to pry against the cabinet. The only way I can get it out. Couldn't get the cloth behind it to pull it. And the spring is broke, so the knob just spins around and around. The other three are fine. And so I'm making this video here, but it's going to be a while before I get everything together. We could call this part 1. I think we will call this part 1 of the CROSLEY Model 817 radio. What I'm going to do here today is I'm going to take it out of the case. I'm going to do that off video. And then we'll come back on the video. That way we can get a good close look on the inside of this radio here. Like anything else, we like to document as we go. We got to remove this. This wire is the antenna wire. This is all cracked and everything, so we're just going to unhook this. I got the chassis ready to come out, and underneath the chassis in each corner was these rubber things that one was under here in the corner and the other one was over here. So I don't think they're original to the radio. I've got the knobs in here. So we got the speaker unplugged, and I put a little masking tape on it so that this is the way the plug goes in. It can only go in one way anyways, but I like to mark it. I can always take that off after. Here I can see I'm not taking this apart. What I will do here, I'll replace this wire because it's probably bare here. I'm off camera as always. We'll replace this wire, cut it back here, hook and pinch another piece of wire on it, solder onto here, and make sure we have heat shrink so it goes down inside the hole here, because we're not taking the can apart. We're not doing that. But that's later on. That's, you know. Uh-oh. That's a Ron special. It looks to me like the dial cord is, well, we're not going to be able to do anything with that. But we'll see. Who knows? It might just be needing to be put back on. Don't know. But I can't do anything with that. All right, this transformer needs a good cleaning and a nice coat of black enamel paint. Yes. Buzz, you're going to like it when I get that painted. You're going to love it. Let's get the chassis out, because I want to check it out and see what I got to do here, what the condition is, and so on. We got some dust bunnies here. Look at them. These are genuine dust bunnies. Well, yes. Yes, we got dust bunnies. We'll take this outside, and we got to blow that dust out. We're going to do it on the cabinet, and we don't need to have that on video. Yeah. Almost looks like something was here. See how clean it is here? Same with that one. Could this have been worked on? Could the filters have been taken out of here? You know, I bet that's what it was. Somebody replaced the filters. I haven't looked on the bottom yet. For cosmetic reasons, they should have been left in here. So I bet there was a filter here and a filter here. But we're going to take it outside, clean it up, same with the cabinet, and we'll bring it back in and we'll give it a good examination. Okay, I blew that out pretty good. She's looking pretty good in there. You remember me mentioning, showing the rubber things, the little squares? Apparently there's squares in here, none in here. I found another one, so there's 3 of them. I blew the chassis out quite a bit, and I'm going to hit it one more time here. That's it. I did it about 4 times, so that should be good. Okay, so we got it pretty well cleaned out, and just as I suspected, there was a crappy job, one of the worst I've ever seen, for putting in electrolytic. These obviously were capacitors in here, can caps, and here they are, right here. Isn't that something? What a piece of crap work if I ever saw it. Why didn't the fool put in a terminal strip in here and put the capacitors in here? This is probably where I'll put them anyways. But they removed the original filter cans off the chassis, which should have been left in there for cosmetic reasons. They would have looked like it was original. I can't go turning this down anymore. I'll be breaking off one of the tubes. And the batteries in this camera's got to be charged again. I'm using the JVC that I've been using because I don't have my Samsung battery in yet. This is the same day at which I picked up this radio. So it doesn't look like anything's been replaced except, see that blue electrolytic there? That's not original. That's the other can that goes in that hole there, right there. So what a Mickey Mouse job. But it's pathetic when people do something like that. So I'm going to I gotta get a schematic, I gotta look online and everything else. So this is kind of like a closer show and tell video. We can call this part 1. We'll call this part 1 of the CROSLEY Model 817 radio. And I think we can perhaps get it working. So I'm going to put this back in the shop, back on the bench, and that's all I'm going to do on this because I got to get a schematic. I won't work on it without one. I mean, if I have to, I will, but I got to go by the Mickey Mouse wiring job, if you can call it that. 5-year-old can do a better job. And normally, if a radio hasn't been touched, as I mentioned on Dan's radio, replace exactly what was originally in the radio. But here we got 2 capacitors, Mickey Mouse in here. That's not good. You see the rubber things there? Well, I think somebody added those rubber squares that I showed you earlier on here. And he asked that our quarters broke. Well, I can't do anything with that. I won't even attempt it. So that's why that spins around like a top. This must be the band switch right here. That's not a volume control, that's a band switch, which corresponds to this. B would be broadcast. P I have no idea, and F I'd have no idea. But that's the broadcast band. This is on and off and bass. This would be volume, it's not marked that, and this is the tuning. Okay, so this concludes show and tell part 1 of the CROSLEY, and this is an original CROSLEY. This is not one of these Chinese CROSLEY junks that they sell now online. This is the genuine article right here. This is a real CROSLEY. Yes, sir. This concludes part 1 of the CROSLEY 817 radio. There'll be more coming, but not right away. Thanks for watching.